let's talk about jacks. That's kind of a big topic because this is some specialty equipment to move a very heavy item. It's either to lift your truck in the air, to repair a tire, or to get some material underneath the tire, all kinds of uses for the different various jacks. Jacks really take training. Go on YouTube, go somewhere at least and go through understanding the basics of jacks. We can't do that right here, right now. It deserves an hour of your time to go and dive into how to operate these things. But here are 3 of the main types of jacks that you would use in an off-road environment. Number 1 is the high lift jack. This is one of ours. We've had it for years. It lives on a vehicle. And they are just a jack of all trades. They do a lot of things. They are able to lift a vehicle from a proper lifting point, which you will learn about when you go dive into your YouTube world of understanding jacks. It can also compress, it can winch, you can flip them around and pull things together, or you can spread things apart. Great for potentially a vehicle accident if you had to get in. A high lift jack is really the basics. High lifts are dangerous though. You gotta really know what you're doing. And I've had a couple close calls with it. There's proper technique, where to hold your hands, never put your face over it, how to secure it, all that. So yeah, go get some training on it. If you have a high lift jack, one key trick is to make sure that you always have at least some sort of lubricant, like WD-40. The mechanism works really well only when it's lubricated well. If it sits on the back of your truck or your car or whatever, and it's got the road grime and salts on there, and it's been there for 2 years before you actually need it, and you go to use it, it probably isn't gonna work. All the bits need to be serviced as well occasionally. This one is probably due for it, a good overhaul. And but yeah, if I had to go use this today, I would certainly need to make sure I have a good lubricant like WD-40 to get it working again, because it probably won't unless you lube it up. The next equivalent, safer version of this, but doesn't have all the same functionality, would be the jack from ARB. We love these, and we now carry these on all of our expeditions. It's our go-to vehicle lifting jack. It's hydraulic. It's much more controlled. It's easier. I mean, one of my young boys could set this up and be able to lift a vehicle. Doesn't take all the leverage because it has a hydraulic assistance. Letting a vehicle down is also much safer. It is controlled, just like a floor jack in the garage. It has the ability to descend at a rate that you tell it to by how much you're loosening it. Great. These are awesome. They're a little tough to figure out where to store them. We haven't totally dialed in on that. Somebody out there figure that out. And then, but yeah, this is a great kit. However, the expense is much higher, but well worth it if this is what you do, or if you have the money to do it. The third is like a bushwhacker jack. This is an airbag jack. This is awesome. We've had this one for years. It's probably due for an exchange. Works great in soft environments. Sand, mud, snow, when you have to lift a vehicle in soft ground. If you have to lift a vehicle in soft ground on either one of these, you need a base jack. This doesn't. It has enough surface area. It inflates using your exhaust from the vehicle or an air compressor. So heads up on the Bushwhacker X jack. If you get one of these, the end of the inflation tube into the jack has a cone on it, and you need to make sure that that will seal properly around your exhaust. We've had some fancy TRD exhaust tips that are ovaled in the past, and we've actually cut them off so that we can put the X jack end on it and seal it and fill the airbag up with it. If not, you couldn't do it. So it kind of rendered your jack useless. So make sure that you have the proper way to seal for the exhaust. These are great. They lift really well. And with anything, any jack, never crawl under a vehicle when it's lifted. Go learn those basics. We carry all of these at overlander.com. Which one is right for you is up to you.